private sector talent and moved in a fully transparent and meritocratic recruiting process. We have also issued 23 banking licenses after a long hiatus of 10 years. The government's concerted efforts to tackle the menace of black money have started yielding results with the enactment of the Black Money, Undisclosed Foreign Income and Assets, and imposition of the Tax Act 2015. A stringent legislative framework has been put in place to combat the menace. The government has launched the Gold Monetization Scheme and the Sovereign Gold Bond Scheme in November 2015 to ensure productive utilization of the idle assets. The government has taken a number of measures to put in place a simplified, progressive and non-adversarial tax regime by incorporating internationally prevalent best practices in tax administration. A gamut of taxpayer facilities, that is, e-filing of returns and various forms, electronic processing and retrieval of documents, and online grievances redressal are now available to the citizens. Honourable members, my government is fully committed to firmly deal with the challenges concerning the security of the country. Terrorism is a global threat, and strong counter-terrorism measures are necessary worldwide to eradicate it completely. Let me congratulate the security forces in successfully foiling the recent attack at the Pathankot Air Base by terrorists. Firm and effective steps will be taken to deal with any situation arising out of the cross-border terrorism. There has been significant improvement in the overall security situation in the northeastern states, left-wing extremism affected states. This has been made possible through sustained efforts and measures taken by the intelligence agencies and security forces in collaboration with the state governments. The country had to face severe drought and floods in some states. The unprecedented floods that submerged Chennai in December last year brought untold human sufferings and economic loss. My government stands with the people who have faced natural calamities and has immediately forwarded physical and financial resources to the states to handle such disasters. An amount of more than rupees 13,000 crore has been released under the State and National Disaster Program Fund. Honourable members, defence procurement procedures has been streamlined with a focus on indigenously designed, developed and manufactured weapon systems. We are working to ensure that our armed forces will be equipped with the most capable and sophisticated armaments in the world. In our country, Shakti, which means power, is the manifestation of female energy. This Shakti defines our strength. My government has approved the induction of women as short service commission officers and as fighter pilots in the Indian Air Force. In the future, My government will induct women in all fighter streams of our armed forces. My government has initiated several measures to ensure safety and security of women, which include nationwide emergency response systems, a central victim compensation fund, cyber crime prevention against women and children, and organized crime investigation agencies, and an integrated emergency response management system for women's safety in the railways. We are indebted to those who, inspired by their selfless services and their supreme sacrifice in the line of duty. Acknowledgement must not hinge on ceremony or noble gestures of gratitude alone. In spite of huge financial implication of more than rupees 7,000 crore per year, my government has fulfilled its commitment to implement 4 decades-old demand of one rank, one pension. Honorable members, my government has continued to pursue a bold and proactive foreign policy. The primary objective has been to accelerate national development with emphasis on improving India's access to capital, technology, resources, energy, and skills. States have been made partners in our diplomatic efforts. Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The world is one family. My government is committed to this principle, and its expression in most reasoned in the steps we have taken in reaching out to our neighbors. Last year, my government adopted the historic land boundary agreement with Bangladesh, leading to the peaceful exchange of disputed territories between our two countries. The signing of the motor vehicles agreement between Bangladesh, Bhutan, India and Nepal will provide seamless connectivity and further strengthen ties. We have been a friend in need to Nepal during the devastating earthquake of April 2015. We opened our skies, became a key transit hub and essential enabler so that assistance from other countries could reach Nepal in its hour of need. My government is committed for forging a mutually respectful relationship with Pakistan and in creating an environment of cooperation in combating cross-border terrorism. My government believes in a secure and prosperous future for our neighborhood. India remains committed to providing support to the people of Afghanistan in realizing their dream of building a stable, inclusive and democratic nation. Dedication of the Afghanistan Parliament to the people by Prime Minister Narendra Modi was our contribution to Afghanistan's pursuit of peace and prosperity. We reached out to the world, both on land and sea, of 54 participating nations in the India-Africa Summit, attended by heads of states and governments from 41 countries, has rejuvenated India's relations with the continent, ushering in a new era of engagement and fraternity. My government will not let oceans separate us and has activated engagement with the 14 Pacific Island countries and revitalized civilizational links with our vibrant Act East policy. India's second international fleet review, attended by 50 foreign navies, reinforced our cultural, commercial and strategic connect with our immediate and extended maritime neighborhood. My government has played a proactive role in reducing climate change by launching an international solar alliance that has been universally acknowledged. We remain at the forefront of the global fight against terrorism. Sustained Indian efforts have led to the concrete action for reforming the United Nations Security Council. India has also provided strong leadership and new vision to regional and international groupings like BRICS, G20, WTO, East Asia Summit, ASEAN and the SCO. My government has enhanced NRI and PIO engagement by making it easier for them to get passports and offered visa on arrival by extending electronic travel authorizing facilities to a large number of countries. Today, our citizens living and working abroad know that the government is committed to protecting their interests and helping them in distress. This was manifested in Operation Rahat, in which we successfully evacuated 4,748 Indians from Yemen. We also extended our assistance to other nationalities. We evacuated 1,962 foreigners belonging to 48 countries. Honorable members, my government is focused on Sabka Vikas, beyond just the economic advancements that dominate headlines. To realize Sabka Vikas, we must ensure that the poor and the deprived are truly empowered to take advantage of opportunities to improve their lives. Sabka Vikas means that backward sections of the society are equally valued and are genuine stakeholders in the country's progress. Sabka Vikas implies that we tackle the pollution, traffic and garbage problems that plague our cities. And lastly, Sabka Vikas is development for the entire world, which is why we have to be a responsible member of the Global Committee of Nations helping all humanity solve major challenges such as terrorism, climate change and financial instability. Honorable members, our Parliament reflects the supreme will of the people. Democratic temper calls for debate and discussion and not disruption or obstruction. Ano bhadro kritavo yantu vishwata. Let noble thoughts come from all directions should be the spirit behind debate in this temple of democracy. Being a member of this great institution bestows great honor as well as important responsibilities. My government will constantly strive for smooth and constructive conduct of the parliamentary business. I urge all members of Parliament to discharge their solemn responsibilities in a spirit of cooperation and mutual accommodation. Let us all collectively endeavor to build a flourishing and prosperous India. We owe a great debt to our freedom fighters. It is time to repay that debt by building the country that they envisioned and fought for. In the words of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, nationalism is inspired by the highest ideals of the human race. Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. Let us embrace these ideals as we stake our claim on the future. Jai Hind!
आदरणीय राष्ट्रपति जी, आपने यहाँ अभी संसद के संयुक्त अधिवेशन में अभिभाषण किया है। आपकी अनुमति से मैं अभिभाषण के हिंदी पाठ के आरंभ और अंत के अंश पढ़ता हूँ। कृपया शेष पढ़ा हुआ मान लिया जाए। माननीय सदस्यगण, नवजीवन और विकास लाने वाले बसंत के इस मौसम में संसद के दोनों सदनों की संयुक्त बैठक में आपका स्वागत है। मुझे विश्वास है कि यहाँ पर होने वाली चर्चा इस भरोसे पर खरी उतरेगी जो हमारे नागरिकों ने हमारी प्रति जताया है। इस पथ पर आगे बढ़ते हुए अपने गौरवशाली देश के विकास और प्रगति में हम सभी बराबर के भागीदार बनेंगे। पिछले वर्ष संयुक्त बैठक को संबोधित करते हुए मैंने अपनी सरकार की परिकल्पनाओं की एक रूपरेखा बताई थी, जिसका आशय ऐसे भारत का निर्माण करना है जो भविष्य में पूरे आत्मविश्वास के साथ अग्रसर होगा। ऐसा सशक्त और दूरदर्शी भारत जो लोगों को विकास के वे सारे अवसर मुहैया करेगा जिनका संविधान में प्रावधान किया गया है। विकास का यह सिद्धांत सबका साथ सबका विकास में निहित है और यही मेरी सरकार का मूलभूत सिद्धांत है। मेरी सरकार संसद के सुचारू और रचनात्मक कार्य संचालन के लिए निरंतर प्रयासरत है। मैं संसद के सभी सदस्यों से अनुरोध करता हूं कि वे सहयोग और आपसी सद्भावना के साथ अपने उत्तरदायित्वों का निर्वहन करें। हम सब मिलकर एक समृद्ध भारत बनाने का प्रयास करें। हम अपने स्वतंत्रता सेनानियों के ऋणी हैं और अब समय आ गया है कि उनके इस ऋण को चुकाने के लिए हम देश को वैसा ही बनाएं जिसकी उन्होंने कल्पना की थी और जिसके लिए उन्होंने संघर्ष किया था। नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस ने के शब्दों में राष्ट्रीयता मानव जाति कि उच्चतम आदर्शों सत्यम शिवम सुंदरम से प्रेरित होती है। आइए देश के सुंदर भविष्य के लिए इन आदर्शों को अपनाएं। जय हिंद।